If you know me well, and if you've been around here for very long, you might know that I tend to worry a little bit, maybe more than I should. And this is something that I've been working on for a really long time. I say I'm a worrier, but not to be confused with a warrior, more of like a worrier. Like I'm worrying too much about different things. I'm really great at worst case scenarioing. So I have a nugget for you today that I hope will help you if you do the same thing as well.
I'm Bonnie Christine, and this is where all things creativity, design, business, and marketing unite. I'm a mama living in a tiny town tucked right inside the Smoky Mountains, running a multi-7-figure business, doing the most creative and impactful work of my life. But when I first set out to become an entrepreneur, I was struggling to make ends meet and wrestling with how to accomplish my biggest dream of becoming a fabric designer. Fast forward to today, I'm not only licensing my artwork all over the world, but also teaching others how to design their creative life and experience the same success. I'm here to help you spend your life doing something that lights you up. I'll help you build a creative business that also creates an impact, changes people's lives, gives you all of the freedom you want, and is wildly profitable. Welcome to the Professional Creative Podcast.
I think that my ability to worst case scenario is not unique to me. I think many of us do it. And I think that it's one of the biggest contributors that led to my experiencing some pretty serious anxiety back in 2020. If you've been around, you might know a little bit more of that story. So I've been working, my goodness, 4 years now, really heavily on some personal development, on some, mind work, and just how to strengthen all of those mental neural pathways, if you will. And so something that has really helped me is always making sure that if I think about the worst case scenario, that I also play out the best case scenario as well. And I do this in all sorts of scenarios. So times where I really am worried about something, I can get wrapped up in kind of the spiral of it. And then I have to pause and fully play out the best case scenario as well. Really helps even things out. And for me, it helps me then be able to properly weigh risk versus reward and decide what I want to do. But this is also really helpful when it comes to business decisions.
Are you tired of spending hours crafting the perfect email only to be met with crickets in your inbox? Or worse, having your emails end up in your subscribers' spam folders? I know that feeling, which is why I switched to ConvertKit as my email service provider many years ago. ConvertKit is the email marketing platform built by creators for creators. With ConvertKit, you can easily create and send beautiful, personalized emails that your subscribers are not only going to open, but also love. They have a drag and drop email editor that makes it easy to design emails that look and feel professional without any coding. Plus, their powerful automation tools make it easy to send the right message to the right person at the right time. But that's really not all. ConvertKit's tagging and segmenting tools make it so easy to send targeted messages to your subscribers based on their interests and behaviors. So for example, you can imagine that on my email list, I have people who are interested in buying my fabric to use in their projects, and then also people who want to learn how to design their own fabric. And so through ConvertKit's tagging system, I can communicate to those two different groups of people so that I don't ever have to worry if I'm bugging the other group with something that they're not interested in. You can also use ConvertKit to actually build out a page and a form so that you can easily grow your email list and turn subscribers into customers. So you know that we always want you to be growing your email list. And I can tell you that if you dive into ConvertKit, you can start adding subscribers to your email list within a day of focused effort. It's not that difficult. It's super easy to set up, build a landing page, put an opt-in in, and then start getting people on your list. So if you are ready to take your email marketing to the next level, I want you to head on over to bonniechristine.com/resources and sign up for a free trial on ConvertKit today. You can go ahead and dive in and get familiar with the program. Their support is amazing and see what you think. This is truly an email service provider who can grow with you from 1 subscriber to 500,000. So again, head on over to bonniechristine.com/resources and check out ConvertKit today.
Let's say you are afraid to share your work because someone might steal it. Let's say you're a new artist, you're afraid to share your work, you're afraid someone is going to steal it or copy you or whatever. Well, okay, that is worst case scenario. And so let's also play out the best case scenario. So the best case scenario would be maybe that you do share your work and maybe your biggest dream collaborator, licensing partner finds you and asks to license your work. Now, I've heard that happening just as much as I've heard the other one happening. And so now that you've played out both scenarios, you get to choose risk versus reward. Is the risk of my work being copied worth the potential reward of it getting discovered? And so oftentimes I can't answer that for you. It's going to be different for everyone. Some people it won't be worth it. Some people it will be absolutely worth it. So this is just a shorty episode to let you know the next time that you find yourself playing out the worst case scenario, worrying, and also just having kind of that fear filter, flip the script. Also play out the best case scenario. Have an abundance-based filter. What is the best thing that could happen from this? And then weigh out your decision. My friends, create the beauty that you want to see come alive in the world. And remember, there's room for you.